light when she was hit by a Honda SUV that just kept driving. She remains in hospital. Officers say they found the vehicle 4 days later near White Clove Way in Apple Blossom Circle with several parts replaced. Police are asking dealerships, garages, or mechanics who recently repaired a 2018 Honda CR-V to reach out. There is still no word on the identity of the driver. A photo of the vehicle is posted at toronto.citynews.ca. 680 News Time, 10:05. A super caucus meeting went underway this evening in the GTA ahead of a winter election. An invitation obtained by 680 News Radio says that members of the Ontario PC Party met to discuss campaign strategy at a hotel near Pearson Airport. The meeting comes after Premier Doug Ford confirmed at a news conference yesterday that he plans to call an election on Wednesday.
And it affects every single sector in this province. So you better pray that we get elected, because I'm going to protect everyone's job, including the media's job.
Ford cited the threat of tariffs from the U.S. as the main reason he wants to call an election in 17 months early. But that reasoning is being criticized by opposition parties, including Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie.
He's trying to distract voters because he has failed at home, failed on health care, failed on education, failed on the economy, failed to insulate jobs and provide stimulus into our economy, and failed to build homes.
The election is set for February 27th. Mark Carney has picked up 2 more senior cabinet endorsements in the federal Liberal leadership race. The former Bank of Canada governor has now been endorsed by Defense Minister Bill Blair, who shared a statement on social media this afternoon saying Carney can manage the economy and work with those across party lines. Transportation Minister Anita Anand also endorsing Carney today, sharing a video on social media.
Carney is the leader that Canada needs. I worked with Mark during the global financial crisis almost 20 years ago, and I saw at that time that Mark has the ability to steer Canada during very difficult times and to ensure that Canada comes out on top.
Today's endorsements follow several from cabinet ministers last week, including Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly, Emergency Preparedness Minister Harjit Sajjan, and Labour Minister Steve McKinnon. There are 7 candidates in the race to replace Justin Trudeau. A new Liberal leader is set to be chosen on March 9th. The union representing some 750 employees at Canadian National Railway say that it will go on strike on Tuesday unless a negotiated settlement is reached. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers says it's given CN a 72-hour strike notice backed by a 95% strike mandate as the union pushes for better work-life balance and higher pay. The employees' work is in signals and communications. CN says it is aware of the notice and has a contingency plan put in place. 680 News Time, 10:08. Well, some good news on the weather front. Arctic air is leaving the GTA after days of extreme cold, with temperatures returning to seasonal norms for the weekend. 680's weather specialist Denise Andriacci says the slight warm-up could cause some snow.
That intense cold has lifted, but if you're out on the roads, you may have to contend with some slick and dangerous driving conditions at times. We are seeing scattered flurry potential and pockets of light snow on and off throughout the day and night tonight, as well as through the day tomorrow. We also have measurable snow potential for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here in the GTA.
Today's guaranteed high is -3, feeling like -10 with the wind. Coming up in 30 seconds, a check of your gas price update. 680 News Time, 10:09.
680
News Radio Toronto.
The Canadian Human Cozy event. This retreat marks the start of the season to enjoy the great indoors. Get cozy with great deals on bedding, including sheet sets from only $49, all sizes. Hurry, it ends soon. Restrictions may apply. Only at Sleep Country.
Another News Radio Toronto gas price update. Enpro predicts the price will go down 1 cent at midnight to $1.54.9 a liter at most GTA stations. Coming up in 60 seconds, your traffic and weather together.
When businesses advertise on both 680 News Radio and 98.1 CHFI, not only do they reach a huge GTA audience, they also have an expert creative and marketing team on their side. This is Valerie from Martin Daniel Interiors.
Our account managers have been great. They've actually been
has really played a big part in our recognition in the city.
Sounds like Martin Daniel Interiors trust the team at 680 News Radio and CHFI.
I'm very comfortable to say, hey, are you Valerie from that radio car show?
Get 680 News Radio Toronto and 98.1 CHFI working for you. Visit RogersSportsandMedia.com.
680 News Time, 10:11. Time now for traffic and weather together on the one. Here's Justin Pierce.
Oh, now there's a new stalled vehicle in Hamilton. This report's brought to you by AGM Renovations. It's on the 40-bound side of the QEW, just beyond Nikola Tesla. It has shut down the left lane. MTO crews are on the scene. Looks like OPP is there as well. The stalled vehicle's off into the left shoulder, but again, not causing much of a slowdown at this point in time. But as you make your way out of Burlington into Hamilton, as you travel up and over the Burlington Skyway, just keep that in mind as you make your way down into Hamilton. Then again, there's a stalled vehicle right at Nikola Tesla that's blocking the left lane. On the Toronto-bound side, traffic's moving well on both skyways, and on the QEW altogether, no real issues to report in Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga. No issues again at this point in time. But as you make your way out of the downtown core on the Don Valley Parkway, there is still this issue that is happening on the northbound side. Again, it's slow on the approach to Don Mills and through Don Mills. It's unclear exactly what's causing this delay. It has to be something, either a stalled vehicle or a collision. Again, it's still unclear at this point in time. Traffic's moving very, very slowly as you make your way out of the downtown core. Of course, whenever anything happens on the DVP, it does cause a pretty significant backup. So again, just keep that in mind as you make your way out of downtown Toronto. On the southbound side, traffic's moving fairly well from the 401, 404 all the way down towards the Gardner. And of course, as we know, of course, on the Gardner itself, on the elevated part, there's that long-term road work that we all know is happening. On the westbound side, the delays start.
Unbeatable prices. Come get comfortable with us today. Come celebrate with great savings and pay no tax during our 77th anniversary seating sale.
Picture this, a snowy morning, and you're staring at where your driveway used to be. Your neighbor's Toyota RAV4 with all-wheel drive cruises by unfazed, making winter look easy. You're thinking, that should be me. Yes, it should. It's time to upgrade your winter. It's time to Toyota. Lease the 2025 RAV4 LE all-wheel drive from $104 weekly for 36 months at 5.79% with $2,500 down. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today.
Toronto's trusted news. 680 News Radio.
Right now downtown, some light snow at -2. Good evening. I'm Andy Bozo. Here are the top stories this hour. We're following breaking news from Scarborough, where one person has been taken to hospital with minor injuries following a stabbing near Tapscott Road and Washburn Way. Toronto police are now searching for 6 suspects. Road closures are in effect for that investigation. An elderly man has died and 2 others remain in hospital with serious non-life-threatening injuries following a house fire this morning at a home in Brampton. Peel Regional Police say that the house was home to 8 people, 5 of whom were there at the time of the fire. And the Ontario PC Party gathering tonight in Etobicoke for a super caucus to discuss campaign ideas following Premier Ford's announcement this week that Ontarians will be headed to the polls next month. Now time for sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Adam Dunphy.
Well, Andy, how about those Raptors? They pick up a 117-94 win tonight down in Atlanta. That is 3 straight for the Raptors. They've also won 5 of their last 6. Scotty Barnes, a game-high 24 points, but the offense pretty balanced in this one as R.J. Barrett and Chris Boucher each contributed 23 points. In the nation's capital tonight, it was the Senators getting the better of the Maple Leafs 2-1. Senators have won both games of the season series so far. Since Nick Cousins left this game in the first period after taking a knee-on-knee hit. Austin Matthews' goal-scoring streak comes to an end at 5 games. Bobby McMahon scoring the only goal for the Leafs in this one. A busy night in the NHL. Lots of Canadian flavor to it. Let's start in Montreal, where Jack Hughes scored in overtime to give the Devils a 4-3 victory over the Canadiens. Earlier in the day, it was the Oilers getting by the Sabres 3-2, and the Flames get by the Wild 5-4. Canucks facing off against the league-leading Capitals right now. No score early in that one, and you can watch that game right now on Sportsnet. In the PWHL earlier today, Anna Miller had a pair of goals to lead the Scepters to a 4-2 win over the New York Sirens at Scotiabank Arena. And in the AHL, the Marlies got by the Barracuda 4-3 in overtime. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
The Winter Ready event continues at Scarborough Nissan. Lease the 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive for 30 months at $89 weekly with $3,295 down at 1.99%. Plus, receive an extra $1,000 in lease or finance cash. Returning Nissan owners may qualify for an additional $500 in loyalty savings.
To contain these blazes that we've been fighting, that increased humidity will also help. But of course, that threat remains for possible mudslides. And of course, this area now under flood watches.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says that the state will spend $2.5 billion to help the Los Angeles area recover from those fires. And another busy day in Washington, where the U.S. Senate has confirmed Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary.
The yeas are 59. The nays are 34. The nomination is confirmed.
Republicans had threatened to keep the Senate working through the weekend to install Noem, a Trump ally who's in her second term as South Dakota's governor. Republicans already had held the votes necessary to confirm her, and Noem also received some support from Democrats on the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee. Noem will oversee U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and Citizen and Immigration Services. Donna Water, Washington.
Coming up in 60 seconds, your traffic and long-range forecast.
Feeling the winter blues? RedTag.ca has the perfect cure. Sunshine, sand, and savings up to 65% on.
Actually trains Google to give you better leads. With Call Intelligence, you can stop guessing so you can plan and spend smarter. Do you want to stand out where your customers are online? Switch to Search Kings.
680 News Time, 10:21. Time now for traffic and weather together on the ones. Here's Justin Pierce.
This report's brought to you by TSC. Well, overall, the drive is pretty good across the greater Toronto area. And now it looks like there's a stalled vehicle in Hamilton. It's on the 40-bound side of the QEW. It's at Nikola Tesla. It's blocking the left lane. MTO crews are there along with OPP. The stalled vehicle's off into the left shoulder. It's just sitting there idle with its four-ways on, but at this point in time, not causing that much of a slowdown. But as you make your way out of Burlington into Hamilton, as you make your way up and over the Skyway, just keep it in mind as you make your way down into Hamilton that there's a stalled vehicle right at Nikola Tesla. No issues after that as you make your way through Stony Creek and Grimsby and Lincoln and St. Catharines. No problems as you travel towards the Niagara region. Toronto-bound side, traffic's moving even better from the Niagara region towards the city of Toronto. But as you make your way through the 427 and onto the Gardner, there's that long-term road work that we all know is happening on the elevated part, so it is causing delays kind of on the eastbound side. It's a tiny slowdown on the approach to Dufferin. On the westbound side, there's a slowdown as well as you approach Spadina. So again, just keep that in mind as you make your way in and out of downtown Toronto. Same on the northbound DVP. Well, it looks like that problem, whatever it was, it's gone now because it's a pretty smooth drive as you make your way up towards the 401 and the 404. All lanes are live, so again, no longer causing much of an issue at this point in time. There's also a crash on the westbound 401. It's on the approach to Avenue. It's in the Express. It's blocking the left lane. MTO crews are there along with the OPP. Looks like there's a tow truck there too. It is causing a little bit of a slowdown, of course, as folks look over at it, but once you pass by that crash, traffic picks up fairly well through Avenue, Bathurst, the Allen, and beyond. But again, as you make your way through Hoggs Hollow, just look out for that collision as you are traveling along. Celebrate Elizabeth Grant's birthday and save over 65% at TSC on the Supreme Essence Tour East LEM Trio with bonus handbag. Today's showstopper at TSC.ca. Now with the forecast, Denise Andriacci.
Mostly cloudy tonight, -5 for the overnight low. Temperatures back to seasonal for this weekend. However, instead of the cold, we are focused on an active weather pattern. So temperatures are seasonal for the next several days, right around the freezing mark for daytime highs. But the winds are gusty, and we have the chance of flurries every day through Wednesday. By Thursday, we start to see some cooler temperatures back in the forecast, but we will start to see some sunshine by the end of the work week. Tonight's low, -5.
Right now downtown, some light snow at -2, feels more like -9. And over at Pearson Airport, similar conditions. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we're following breaking news from Scarborough, where one person has been taken to hospital with minor injuries following a stabbing near Tapscott Road and Washburn Way. Toronto police are now searching for 6 suspects. Your full update on Toronto's top headlines coming up at 10:30.
We all know things tend to break when you need them most, like your furnace breaking down in the middle of a cold snap.